Who? In this podcast video, I will cover the reason why more and more people are very positive about Bitcoin and the crypto markets now. I will also discuss the important interview with Michael Bucella from BlockTower Capital Partners. In this interview, which was hosted by CNBC, we will hear why Bitcoin bull Michael Bucella believes that the Bitcoin bear market is coming to an end and the Bitcoin price is positioned to surge soon. Therefore, stay around and listen to the very end of this video. Hello Bitcoin enthusiasts! Now, how is everyone doing? Understand that some Bitcoin investors have been feeling somewhat relieved lately because Bitcoin price is sort of easing out and consolidating just at around $4,000. We all know that Bitcoin has declined in 2018 but took a serious and epic crash in November this year. I don't really mean such a crash. Not that type of crash either, but this recent Bitcoin price dramatic decline means that Bitcoin has retraced more than 70% from its all-time high of $19,000 over dollars as of late 2017. This bear market gives some of us, including myself, good reasons to be very optimistic because, as we know, Bitcoin fundamentals are getting stronger by the day. Therefore, it would make sense to say that this current dip would potentially be a fantastic buying opportunity. We buy low now, and when Bitcoin price potentially rises next year, you will then be glad that you bought more Bitcoin this year. Therefore, it makes perfect sense to be enthusiastic and positive now that we are possibly coming to an end of the current bear market. However, even though I am just a Bitcoin miner and a hodler, don't just take my word for it. But I would suggest you hear what a crypto and Bitcoin expert has to say. I am referring to Michael Bucella. According to blocktribune.com, cryptocurrency investment firm BlockTower Capital has hired former Goldman Sachs executive Michael Bucella as its global head of strategic partnerships and business development. CNBC's Melissa Lee opens the interview to ask Michael if the Bitcoin short rally passed above $4,000 shortly after Bitcoin crashed below $4,000 from $6,000 will be short-lived. Michael answers that Bitcoin is in a distress cycle now, so money that are being held in Bitcoin belongs to those that have strong hands. This is the reason volatility is still present and another down leg is potentially just further ahead. On being asked how low will this next move be, Michael replies that the possibility is at $2,000, but its duration will be short and fast. According to Michael, this so-called last leg is a fantastic opportunity where the institutional or smart money will patiently wait for. Institutions such as Harvard, Stanford, MIT are entering through ventures including the blockchain applications and development. Michael further stresses that institutions recognize that existing assets have long histories, but Bitcoin only has a short history from the perspective of micro cycles. Michael further stresses that institutions recognize that existing assets have long histories, but Bitcoin, on the other hand, has a short history from the perspective of macro cycles. Melissa refers that many traders and experts do say that there had been several past cycles for Bitcoin. This Michael agrees but stresses that the volatility occurs due to the market over-expecting Bitcoin's future value. This volatility is constituted by the retail market. Therefore, Bitcoin price will stabilize more by institutions and money managers. So these are the points as presented by the crypto expert Michael Bucella. To much extent, I personally somewhat agree to some of Michael's points about the institutional money seizing the opportunity with the current low price, and this will further stabilize the volatility. What do you think? If you do have any comments, please go ahead and drop your views in the comments section below. I would like to give a quick walkthrough of the crypto current markets. So I'm now over at coinmarketcap.com. Let's have a look at the markets. As for the change, we have the top gainers, Freecoin, Factum, PUDX as the main gainers, whereas the losers for today is Centrality, Mithril, EOS at all double digits. Today's the 4th of December. The price has been like a roller coaster going up and down. So ever since the plunge on the 14th of November, the price has been consolidating at the $4,000 range. So it's been going up, down, like a roller coaster. But the fluctuations within for Bitcoin, it's anywhere between 5% to 10%. So it's quite rocky there. For Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin is still maintaining above 50%. As you see here, currently today it's at 53, coming close to 54%. We'll see where that goes because opinions on the other YouTubers, it really varies. Some say that it will be going up, some say going down, so we'll just have to wait and see where that goes. Now, what I also want to share with you is regarding the mining hash rate, the network hash rate for Bitcoin. There has been, of course, a bit of FUD saying that miners are dumping their machines, not just with random miners all over the globe, but also with China miners. But it is for a fact that the total hash rate in the network has been reducing. So I go over to blockchain.com, the wallet service, the cloud wallet service. Under charts, you have the mining information. Under mining information, you click hash rate. Okay, so the hash rate has been, as you can see here, it has been going down. In fact, the all-time high used to be was 61 exahash, whereas today the network hash rate is close to 32 exahash. So you can see it's a massive drop. It's close to 50%. Now, if the total hash rate drops, it means that the miners are either cutting down on their machines. Some of them are actually unplugging the machines. So that's why the total hash rate has been dropping tremendously ever since September, October of this year. As more and more machines are unplugged, that would mean the competition to solve the per block quiz to fight for the 12.5 Bitcoins every block, that is actually reduced. So it becomes, in a way, easier to compete. If it becomes easier, then the time to solve the block would be less. But again, the blockchain has to make sure that per block goes about 10. So it has to reduce its difficulty of solving the SHA-256, the quiz where the machines are actually trying to solve. This adjustment is actually made every 2 weeks. Over at the difficulty chart, also on the charts page, you will see that The difficulty has been increasing in the past, but somewhere it peaked out somewhere in October. Okay, that's in line with the total hash rate here. So as the hash rate goes down, then the difficulty goes down as well. So as you can see, the difficulty is starting to make a U-turn. So this would mean that it's actually easier to mine Bitcoin in that perspective. Again, it may not necessarily be more profitable because the price of Bitcoin is at 4,000. So for some miners, it will still be manageable, it will be profitable depending on their business model, whether it's profitable for them. But for those miners that don't manage, they are either mining in countries that are expensive in electricity tariffs, or they are just not being efficient as far as the business model is concerned. So it may not be profitable for them. Nevertheless, we still have miners mining because they're looking at the business in the long run. So mining will still go on, of course. In fact, this drop of the difficulty from the high of 7.4 trillion to the current of 6 6.1 trillion, close to 6.2 trillion, that's close to a 15% drop. So let me show you this tweet that's been circulating around. In fact, this tweet says that Bitcoin has had its second largest drop in mining difficulty in history. Oops, where did that go? A drop of 15.1%. Okay, so it's actually the second largest drop we had since the beginning of the Bitcoin blockchain. That is all we have in this podcast video today. Hope you have liked the content, and if you do, please hit the like button, and for those who have not subscribed, please punch the subscribe button. By the way, if you do have a drone, fly safe and don't crash it.